Hi guys! Yesterday I watched a video of one YouTuber whose name I'm not going to mention because it just wouldn't be fair. That's not what my channel is about. I watched this video and it really gave me lots of food for thought, and then I read a comment underneath that gave me even more food for thought, so I decided that it was probably an important topic to make a video about. And today at lunchtime I actually discussed with my husband about it, and he said, you know what, why don't you just make a video about all of these things that you just told me, because I think that it would benefit a lot of people. So I thought perhaps I will, because I think it's something that has been on my mind for so long and has been bugging me a little bit, so I think it's time to let it out into the world and see what you think and have a conversation or a discussion if you like. So I really want to know what you think about this topic in the comments, and I guess let's just get started with this video. So this video was one of those what I ate today videos that is so popular nowadays, and I love watching them, and I actually love making them. I don't make enough of them, but I really do like making them and watching them. The problem with them is that so many YouTubers turn them into something very fancy, very expensive, that first of all not many people can afford, and secondly the kind of foods featured are so often from so far away, and honestly by the time they arrive to the YouTuber's house they probably have lost most of the nutrients already, because they were brought from so far away, like chia seeds and quinoa and all kinds of exotic fruit. Those kind of things just don't exist in England, for example. So why buy these expensive exotic foods when there's so many incredible local foods that our ancestors have been eating for thousands of years? So yes, I'm guilty as well for featuring things like quinoa and chia seeds, but lately I've been really trying to minimize these exotic foods, because the thing is, they might be good for us, even though I question it, because we were just not meant to eat these foods until the globalization arrived. The problem is that, for example, we buy so much quinoa in the West that poor people in Peru are unable to afford it anymore because the prices have hiked up so much, and so they starve. Quinoa for them has always been a staple food, but because of our demand for this trendy food, now they're starving. So this is just, it's not fair, first of all. And second, surely our ancestors haven't evolved with all of these foods and they were perfectly healthy, so why would we need them? And they're also so expensive. So what I've been trying to do in the last few months or so is to really pare down my way of eating to very simple foods, even more simple than before. I've always been all about simple food, but I've been really eating really simple foods and really thinking about what my ancestors would have eaten. And it's not just about ancestors like, 10,000 years ago. I'm talking about my grandparents, my great-grandparents, and my ancestors 100 or 200 years ago, who were perfectly healthy and robust, eating those simple foods that the land was providing without needing to import anything. And so I've been eating things like sourdough bread made of wheat, and eggs, and also things like oats, carrots, potatoes, cabbages, some onions, things that I've always been eating when I was a child, and things that have always been natural to the land I come from. And the more I ate those things, the better I felt. So that's one of the things that kind of bugged me in that video and in all of the current YouTuber videos when it comes to what I ate today. There's just too much exotic food that doesn't really belong in, let's say, European person's diet that much. Second thing, so she posted all of this food, and first of all the portions were so small. She made this porridge and it was literally like 3 or 4 tablespoons of porridge, and then she crammed a lot of granola with lots of sugar and lots of fruit on top, but that was just a tiny bit of porridge. It's kind of not even worth to start making that porridge if it's that little. I don't know why we feel that we have to eat so little to stay trim or something like that. The thing is, as a result, we bring down our metabolism even lower, and then we'll need less and less food to preserve our weight. It's just a very bad strategy in my opinion. And then, for example, for lunch, now it's so trendy to show some kind of nice trendy salad, but just a salad is not really a meal. It's just a side dish. Where is the protein? Where's the real food that your grandma would have served you? It's just kind of sad to see people eating just these vegetables, often not even any kind of beans or legumes, and calling it a lunch. Eating this cold soup with some vegetables and not even adding any bread to it, not even adding any kind of sources of protein to it. Again, that's not a lunch, that's just a snack or perhaps a side dish. It just scares me to see all these young people eating like that. I don't know if you notice it watching other people's videos, but you know, when somebody eats a really nice balanced diet, not stressing out about food too much, just eating everything, and they always look so healthy and their hair is shiny and their skin is beautiful and they have a great weight, everything is really nice. And then for some reason, maybe just to make the vegan crowd on YouTube happier or whatever it is, they starting staring more towards a vegan or vegetarian diet, and they start eating all these fancy, expensive, exotic foods. And after a couple of months, when you get back to watching the videos, after a while, you notice that they just don't look the same anymore. Their skin is grayer, it's darker under their eyes, their hair looks kind of more like straw, and they just don't look the same. And it's sad, and it's happened so many times. You know, there's so many YouTubers that look great and they're super healthy, and then they start obsessing about their diet and eating less and less real food and more snack-like foods, and they just lose that shine. Don't you think that eating all these snack-like foods and salads and other things that should really be just side dishes but not in the main meal is making us sicker instead of making us healthier? What is your idea about this? I really would like to know, and I really don't want to offend anybody with this video. If you were eating like that, just the way I explained in this video, I'm sorry if it hurt you, but that was not the point of this video. It was just to start a discussion and explain my point of view. So that's why I'm asking what you think about this. The current trend of eating is completely different from what people have been eating for thousands of years, and that really scares me because our children might be the ones who will have to pay for it. I hope not. Talking about this, I've also just written a blog post about my way of completely freeing myself from orthorexia and really kind of relaxing my attitude to food and my relationship with food. So if you want to read more about my thoughts, then I will insert the link somewhere here, you can go and read it. So as I said before, I really hope I didn't offend anyone. That was not the point of this video. Let's discuss down in the comments, and I'll see you in my next video. Thanks for watching. Bye.